G-Hop was a very different experience for Fusion because we weren't in it last year. So this year when we got in, we wanted to make our goal to have this be our best performance overall in like all 2 years of existing on campus. It was a very intensive creative process.
It was a little bit stressful for us. We had been practicing our piece since the beginning of the school year, but then what actually ended up happening is different people could come to different performances, and at every given performance, at least one person couldn't come.
But it was such a cool experience. It was really fun actually being a part of the show instead of just being in the audience.
And everyone who says anything about Grasshopper, I just tell them it was so fun.
A lot of what made it fun was the people around. You're surrounded by such talented people, and backstage just getting to watch all their acts. And the crowd is also really supportive, and they really cheer you on, especially the last night.
I think our particular experience with G-Hop is we were super impressed with all the groups as soon as we rolled up on the first day for our dress rehearsals. So when we got there, we realized, hey, we need to step up our game. So we had to make a lot of last minute changes on where we stand and how loud we are and things like that.
This was a really fun experience overall. I think for Downbeat in particular, it's been really exciting to see us sort of come into our own. This is the first year that we've had this many people in the group. This is also the first full year that we've existed.
I think it was really great. I love the sense of community we had, and especially at the end when we performed, when they were performing Melt with me, how everyone backstage started singing along the chorus. That was just a really warm feeling.
How did it sort of feel to get combined with the other act, and how did you approach that, and how did that impact your performance?
At first we were a bit hesitant to have her act combined with ours because they asked us to put her in the middle of our performance. She also wanted to perform her own part, and we wanted to keep ours separate, and so we had her perform as an introduction to ours as the glow-in-the-dark element, and then we just transitioned between pieces.
It was definitely very nerve-wracking. We were not expecting to close for the show.
I didn't realize how big of a commitment it was. Last year when I was watching it, I just thought it was a little fun talent show. But this year, being behind the scenes, I was like, wow, that's a pretty, harrowing task.
It definitely gives me a lot more appreciation for the producers and the dance board from last year or 2 years ago when I was just a performer in Grasshopper. It was a lot of fun, being on the other side of that though, and being really involved within the process of constructing these dates for everyone to perform in, having rehearsal time, setting auditions.
There are definitely a lot of things that we had to plan that I wasn't aware that was our responsibility. There are tiny things that you didn't realize would be another person's responsibility because it was always given to you when you were part of something bigger, but now that you're the one organizing it, you realize that you have a lot more to take care of.
You missed an alert. You must save the future of hip-hop.
Particular feeling you guys had after the last show? Was that satisfaction or anything?
I guess it was really rewarding. I don't know, just all the practicing that we did and the type of song that we played. You could, I don't know, just playing it. I felt the energy that all of us had during the last shows.
It was sort of a culmination of all the work we had put in, because I would say it was our best show yet.
Oh my gosh, I don't cry, but I felt in my soul that I was about to cry because I was so proud of the group. We really spent a lot of time and effort in our costumes. Just seeing the costumes cut together, seeing everyone feeling themselves on stage was just beautiful. And by the time it ended, I was like, oh my gosh, this is my last Grasshopper with Fusion. And it was I don't know, I was just very in my feelings. Just kidding.
I mean, just because we put so much of ourselves into this piece, I guess it was kind of a different kind of raw, open emotion.
It felt for the first time. So I've been in Grasshopper since my freshman year, but this was the Grasshopper that for the first time felt like I was doing something that was really mine. But this time around, it's doing it with one of my closest friends here.
I was feeling nostalgic when thinking back to the first bows, lower year for me, coming as a new lower.
I think it was just really just the support I got. Just after Grasshopper, so many people have been oh, you're so good. And I don't know, it just makes I'm a new student this year, so I think it's really cool to come in and everyone be so supportive.
It was such a good time, and we immediately as soon as it ended, I was like, damn, that's our last show. That's really sad, but at the same time we were really happy that we had done it. And coming out there, hugging all the audience members, seeing Mr. Palfrey. Thank you for coming, Mr. Palfrey. Coming out there, shut up.
Imaginary grace, you should know better. I made a pilgrimage.
Fly. Revolutionary.
Original? I don't know.
Stunning, I guess.
No, I mean like nostalgic.
Fun, slightly awkward acapella, guys.
Chaotic. Magical.